A longtime BioWare writer has left the company in the wake of Dragon Age the Veilguard seemingly being a commercial failure and flop. Roll this up over at phantompulse.com. You can find the link in the description below. Encourage you to head on over and become a paid subscriber. Help us fight back against woke ideology that is infecting the video game industry. So Sylvia Fekete-Kuti, she's a senior writer. She announced she was leaving BioWare after being with the company for 15 years. Fekete-Kuti, whose first credits at BioWare were on Mass Effect 2 back in 2010, announced on Blue Sky she was leaving the company. This is what she wrote. Hey everyone, sorry I've been quiet on here. Was busy with a big decision, namely deciding to leave BioWare. I'll really miss working with everyone there, but after 15 years, it just feels like a good time for a break. When I've got something noteworthy lined up, I'll mention it here. So she's leaving BioWare without having anything lined up or going anywhere at the moment is what it sounds like. So that is a very interesting choice right there. I'll go back to answering your questions, comments. Thank you for them. Before shutting the account down, it'll still just be slow. Because I've left BioWare, there's likely a few things I can't answer now just because I can't look them up with certainty anymore, but a lot of questions I saw are fine. So she's already left. She's announcing that she's already left. She's not even there anymore. And this is just a little over a month after Dragon Age the Veilguard released. And I just want to be clear, I mean, she's worked on like pretty much everything that BioWare has done since 2010, right? She worked on Mass Effect 2, she worked on Mass Effect 3, she then joined the Dragon Age team and worked on Dragon Age Inquisition. She then moved over to Anthem before returning to Dragon Age for Dragon Age the Veilguard. Now, she doesn't say why she's leaving, so we don't really know why. It's unclear. I mean, 15 years, maybe she's ready for a new opportunity, maybe she's tired of the company culture. Maybe she saw that the company culture had radically changed. She didn't want to be part of that anymore. Maybe she saw that the ship is sinking and it was time to get out before it completely collapsed. Lots of different reasons that could go into this, but we don't know. She doesn't provide an explanation at all. She doesn't give us a reason for why she left. But we can see that the game seemingly failed, is a financial failure. I mean, you can look at the Steam DB charts here. 89,418 was its peak concurrent, and that was the Sunday after it released. I think it was like November 3rd. Game released on October 31st. And you can see that when I took this screenshot, the 24-hour peak was 8,775. I think this is with the game even on a 35% discount. So you weren't really seeing any kind of player bump from the game going on sale. But if you look at that, you compare 89,418 to 8,775, that is a 90% decline in just a month and a half, right? Month and a half, a little over a month and a half. That is not good at all. That likely means that they aren't not getting any more sales, and most of the sales were done in those first couple of weeks when the game was released. On top of the peak player counts being low, as well as the game seeing massive fall off in less than 2 months, Veilguard's game director also refused to answer a question about the game's sales. The game director, who is a man that pretends to be a woman and uses the name Corinne Bush, was asked by Eurogamer, how has the commercial response to the game been? I've seen stories about sales and they seem mixed, inconclusive. The game seems to be doing okay, but struggling to keep pace with Inquisition before it. Has it been a success from your point of view? How do you measure that? And this is what he said. Unfortunately, on the sales side, that's not something we can really discuss. But of course, as we know with Inquisition, that was a long burn to get those total sales numbers. So trying to imply that somehow this game is going to be profitable in the long run, and I think is an admission that Veilguard is a total commercial disaster, did not do well at all. And then there's also obviously I didn't write it in this article or didn't include it in this article, but you can go to the fact that Bush is running over to Inverse, who's running hit pieces, basically claiming that the game was a victim of a hate campaign, when in fact the game itself is a hate campaign, as it is trying to normalize gender ideology. It is trying to normalize people going down paths of destruction. It is trying to normalize people injuring, mutilating themselves. That is hateful. Trying to normalize something so evil, something so despicable, is truly hateful. And opposing that is not hateful. It is actually the opposite. It is actually showing true love, because you actually do care about the good of that person. You do not want them to be harming, injuring, mutilating themselves. But that's what these people do. That's what these woke cultists do all the time. They twist words, they warp them. They literally try to turn their meaning upside down. They try to make you think that good is evil and evil is good. But we are not going to be tricked or fooled by those deceptions. We are here to speak the truth. But back to Feket Akuti. Obviously, don't have an explanation from her as to why she left, but the timing is very suspicious, especially after being with the company for 15 years. And we're just, a month and a half after Dragon Age the Veilguard released. Clearly, she has done work on other games. We did hear that they were going on and working on Mass Effect, etc. So it's interesting that she didn't kind of move over and begin working on that as she has done in the past with her career at BioWare. Instead, leaving the company without seemingly having another job, which indicates there's clearly something else going on over there, in my opinion, as to why she left. Something happening within the company, maybe a person, like maybe something with the people over there, with the culture, their direction, the things that they're doing, the things that they're trying to, the stories they're trying to write, etc. Clearly, maybe has an issue with that, and is leaving the company now. So let me know what you guys make of this senior writer who's been with BioWare for 15 years, leaving the company now. This is a trend we're seeing over and over again. BioWare has lost lots of its talent over the years, and that's why you get games like Dragon Age the Veilguard now, and I think means that the next Mass Effect game is going to be it's a huge red flag for the next Mass Effect game, because the talent just simply is not there anymore. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable and to always, always speak the truth.